Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a jacket, and this jacket right here is my inspiration. I'm not going to be making it exactly like this jacket, but I'm just going to be making a variation of it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so, and also make sure you give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. So I'm going to be using this ankara material you see right here. I think I have about 4 yards in this, which is equivalent to like 4 meters, but I'm quite sure I'm not going to be using all of that. So to start with, I've already cut out a pattern piece for my sleeves, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the pieces that I need for my sleeves. If you don't know how to make something like this, it's very simple. You can just grab a long sleeve outfit that you currently have, and then just trace it out to get your pattern for your sleeves. So what I'm going to do now is just cut around the pattern piece that I have to have my sleeves, and once I finish doing that, I'm just gonna go ahead and mark out the body space of the jacket. So to start with, you want to make sure you have your fabric folded into half already, and you mark off about an inch off the top of your fabric just to mark it as a starting point. Then from that starting point, you want to mark off about an inch inwards, and then this is going to form your shoulder slant. So on that slanted line, you want to go ahead and plot your shoulder measurement, which is going to be divided by 2. So if your shoulder measurement is 16, you want to go ahead and plot 8 inches on the slanted line for your shoulder measurement. Now from that shoulder measurement, you want to mark your underarm measurement. So for mine, I'm going to be using 9 inches, and then you want to square off the two measurements. So you want to connect the two together. So once the two lines are connected, you want to go ahead and draw a curve that is going to form your underarm curve. You can freehand this, or you can use a curve ruler if you have one. So just go ahead and follow exactly what I'm doing on the screen. I hope that is clear enough. So for the neckline, I'm going to be making use of 3 inches by 3 inches, meaning I'm going to be marking in 3 inches inwards and then 3 inches downwards, connect the two lines, and then cut out my neckline, so which is going to be for the front piece. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my sewing allowance to my shoulder slant before cutting it out. So once I finish marking my sewing allowance, I'm just going to cut out my pattern piece for the front of the jacket. I didn't measure out the length of the jacket because the length of the fabric that I currently have is long enough for the length that I want, which is about 45 inches. So it's probably going to end up being about 40 inches once I finish sewing. So that's long enough for what I want it to be. So that's why I haven't mentioned anything about the length of the jacket. So, but if you have a longer fabric, you just want to go ahead and mark out how long you want your jacket to be before you cut it out. So I've just cut open the center front of the jacket because it's going to be an open jacket. So that's what I've just done, cut the one piece into 2. So now I'm going to use one of the cutters that I have as my pattern for the back piece. So I'm going to be cutting it on fold. So but the only difference is that the neckline is going to be a little bit different at the back. So I'm only going to be using 3 by 1 inches measurement for the neckline at the back. So it's not going to be 3 by 3 like I did before. So that's the only difference. So you want to go ahead and mark everything in place, and then just cut it out on a fold. So I've gone ahead and cut out 4 pocket pieces using the pattern that you can see on the table right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach those pockets to the seams of the jacket. I'm gonna attach the pocket pieces measuring 10 inches down from the underarm area, so that's where the pocket will sit. So once I've attached my pocket pieces in the right spot, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a stitch down just to secure them in place. And once I finish doing that, then I'm gonna go ahead and join my jackets at the shoulders and at the sides together. So for the collar of the jacket, I've used a pattern that I currently have to cut out the collar pieces. So I've cut out 1 fabric piece and 1 lining piece. So the lining piece is what I've just currently attached to the jacket piece. So this is the first time I'm actually sewing a collar, so I cannot provide any more information that I currently have, unfortunately. So moving on to the lining pieces, so you just want to go ahead and cut out the same as you did for the front and back pieces. And the only difference is that when you come to the front pieces, you want to make sure that half of it is fabric, which is going to be the front part of the jacket, and half of it is a lining piece, which is going to be the one that covers like the underarm area and the inner part of the jacket. I want to go ahead and sew the fabric and the lining together like so, and do that for the other part as well. And once you have that, then you want to go ahead and connect that and join those pieces to the back lining piece. Now that I've got my lining piece ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and sew in my sleeves. So my sleeves is not going to have a lining piece at this point in time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sew that in first before I attach my lining piece. So now the next thing we want to do is attach the lining piece to the main jacket piece. So in order to do that, you need to join them, connect them together, right sides to right sides. Okay, so now I have attached the lining piece to the main fabric piece. I have the right sides facing each other. So to start sewing, I'm gonna start from the center front of the collar and right down to the bottom of the jacket. And then once I finish one side, I'm gonna come back to the center front of the jacket and sew the other side right to the bottom of the jacket. I hope that makes sense. So now that I've finished, I've turned the fabric inside out, and this is what it currently looks like. So all that I need to do now is finish up the hem. And once I finished up the hem, this is what it looks like, and give it a good press and it is ready to wear. I hope you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment in the comment section box below, and I'll do my best to answer any of your questions. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video.